Hey everyone, we're back with another roundtable discussion. We've got our PAC team here virtually because we can't be in person. And we're going to go ahead and try to tackle another question that we got coming in from the public. So the question was, I know there's supposed to be this 20 seconds of hand washing. How do I get this person that I love so much living with dementia to engage in this for 20 seconds, which can seem like forever if it's inside of a task? So we have
so Alejandro, before you go further, it's really important to know why they say 20 seconds. And the point of 20 seconds is do this with your hands. We want to make sure everybody gets the front sides. Do this. Everybody gets both back sides. Everybody gets between, around, so that if you do all those motions, it means you got all the surfaces and there's high probability. Oh, well, I'm here. This might be a time to consider whether or not you need to be wearing your rings or whether you want to not have them on because there's an increased risk of carrying things around on that. And as much as I hate to say it, on wristwatches. So because we're recognizing those things, we may actually want to go ahead and figure out how to live with those in our pocket or those at home, but not on us. The less, the better. So now I'll turn it back over to you.
Thanks, Teepa. Yeah, so being aware that there are other surfaces that we can carry these things that we don't want to necessarily have on us. Yeah, so I think one of the immediate things we start to think of with people living with dementia is where are they in this journey of dementia? So I think where they are is gonna inform what we do with them to keep them engaged for that 20 seconds. Now, I don't know where this person was who sent in this question. So what we're gonna start with is a visual of what it might look like for someone in what we would call in PAC a diamond state. And I'm actually gonna show a video that was recorded for situations like this to help folks out. So I'm gonna mute and shift over to sharing a video.
Hey, Melanie. Hey.
Hey.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing well. I love your earrings.
Oh, thank you. They're some my son's girlfriend gave to me.
Your son's girlfriend gave me.
Yeah, they're beautiful, aren't they?
They are. They're really pretty.
Yeah.
Hey, Melanie, can you help me with something?
You need some help?
I do need some help.
I if I can, I'll try.
I think you can. Can you help me with fixing lunch, please?
I fixed lunch for many's.
Yeah, I'm sure. Well, can you help me with that?
Sure, be glad to.
Awesome. Can we wash our hands first?
Oh, you always do that.
Yeah, you always got to do that first.
Can
I get on your right side real quick?
You always do that.
Yeah. Want to get some soap on your hand first?
Well, you wet them first.
Yeah, you got to wet them first. You got some soap right there?
That's a...
Yeah,
it's a fancy one.
It's a fancy one. You want some help with that?
I don't need any help.
You don't need any help? There you go.
Yeah, I can do it.
Yeah, you can do it.
All right, I'm done.
Oh, let's wash for a little bit longer. Gotta make sure they're clean. Rock my soul in the bosom of Abraham. Rock my soul in the bosom of Abraham. Rock my soul in the bosom of Abraham. Rock my soul. You want to rinse them off now?
You think so?
I think so.
All right.
There you go.
Well, I don't see the towel.
We have some paper towels right over here. Let me get one for you.
Well, that's kind of a waste.
Oh, yeah, that's all we have right now. We don't have any towels.
Alrighty.
They're nice and dry. Now, Melanie, we also have some lotion here because, you know, when you wash your hands a lot and they can get a little dry.
Okay.
We wouldn't want that to happen, so get you a little bit of lotion that you can rub into your hands.
Are you going to get... Okay.
Yeah, I'm going to get some too. I don't like dry hands either.
Alrighty. Well, let's do it then.
Let's do it.
Alrighty.
Alright.
So you may also want to be aware at the end if they like paper towels or they want a real towel. So looking at that video with the diamond, what do you guys notice as some helpful things for getting someone engaged for more than just a quick 1, 2, I'm done?
Well, I love the fact that he started singing a song that she really liked, and it was at a good rhythm, and it was long enough to do it for the time it was necessary.
Mm-hmm.
I also noticed before they even started the hand washing, he was very careful with his visual cues to not cue her up to touch him. So he remained sort of outside of her arm's reach and was very clear that he wasn't asking for touch, because I think some of our old habits would tend to be that. So that was
Yeah,
good.
so keeping that 6-foot range, not a touch anywhere in here until they got hands washed, and then it's going to be a little bit better for if I need to, I can at that point. Yeah.
Also,
So,
did make it weird that he wasn't also washing his hands with her. And I think that also the song, as well as the setup, also had a bearing on how long she did it.
mhm. Yeah, so really going alongside, I'm also going to be preparing lunch, so my hands actually need to be washed too. I don't want this person who's in a diamond state to actually get upset with me that I'm not following the protocols I'm expecting her to do it as well. So, yeah.
He also used a lot of visual cues. They're subtle, but it was like he used this, and then he pointed at the soap, and he made the gesture and waited to give her a chance to do it if she wanted to do it on her own, but he gave her a visual cue. I thought he did a nice job with that.
Yeah. So really working within that diamond kind of skill set, some good visuals, some stronger language pieces, but that doesn't give us an answer for everyone or everything. And we don't have all the time in the world to record some videos. So what we thought we'd have is Teepa go through a couple other gem states with us and have the team try out some things with you.
I'm going to try out a behavior, quote unquote, an ability state. And our friend Stacy's going to be my partner in crime.
So Teepa, will you come over here to the sink and wash your hands with me, please?
I already washed my hands.
Oh, you already washed your hands.
Yeah, I've washed them. I don't need to wash them. I keep washing them.
You've washed them.
Doing anything.
You've washed them. You're already done with that, right?
Yeah.
Okay, that's fine. Could you come over to the sink and help me wash this glass?
Wash the glass?
Yes.
Oh, okay. You want me to wash it?
Yes.
Okay.
All right.
Thank you.
Nice work, Stacy. So a little bit of a different take. So what did you guys notice this time around?
She didn't argue with her, and she just said, okay, you've done that. Oh, I've got to do something else. And so she brought up the cup. And
I liked how when Shelley mentioned that she just straight up acknowledged and reflected what she was saying, she also reflected her visuals. Like, it was this motion of exasperation. I washed and washed. It's exactly what Stacy did. It really ended the argument, it felt like.
It
Yeah,
seems
so-
to me like
She didn't just ask her to do the dishes. She showed her a glass that needed to be washed.
Oh.
So
so
not
it was another activity that involved soap and water to get her hands in the hot water, and hopefully she could keep her working on it.
So still hitting the soap, still hitting the water, and still being productive for an emerald who is okay with doing things, but if I already did it multiple times, I'm not going to do it again. Yeah, so really working within that gem state skill.
And I think the final thing on that piece is I want to be careful and thoughtful that I don't now consider the dishes to be clean per se, unless I'm watching and everything is good. Because if washing hands feels like an imposition, I'm not sure that my state of cleanliness for dishes is the same as hers. So if I'm not sure, then I could just wash them again.
The one thing I will tell you is don't let me see you taking the dishes I just washed and doing them again, or the next time you ask me to do dishes, I might just remember you don't appreciate how I do it. Forget that crap.
So it's got to be an offer that I'm okay with the outcome either way if I'm going to be that care partner that Stacy was. I can be okay with it not being an absolute great thing, but I still have to place the value in the diamonds or the emerald in this case and what their outcome was. Yeah. Cool. All right. So we'll have Teepa. Teepa will shift you again. We'll shift you over to more of an amber state, and she's already got stuff going there.
Ooh, Teepa.
Yeah.
Hey, check this out. Do this.
Yeah.
Yep, there you go. Nice. Teepa. Ooh, so close.
Ugh, that tastes bad.
Yeah, they got me into a little trouble, didn't it?
So it was a great plan, but what does Beth have to be ready for?
Yeah, extending my hand at that point, and through the video screen, you can't really get that sort of feel that I've got to be with her and be willing to do that with her.
So you can't just put the hand sanitizer in my hand or rub it with your hand and expect me, who has been eating what was in the container with my hand, to stop eating things and realize, oh, you weren't giving me something to eat or drink, you were giving me something to clean my hands with. So Beth's point that we're demonstrating virtually is that once you make that hand connection, you're going to need to do the hand motions with me until I get the physical action down that you want me to do something different with my hands. Or probability is, if I was doing this and then you offered this and put it on my hand, I'll do this. Fortunately, hand sanitizer, the amount I took in, don't panic. It's just not very tasty, which I think I shared. Tastes like crap.
So being with an amber who had a little hand sanitizer, if that happens, you may actually hear, well, this is, I mean, I hate this. This is, why did you? But working with the amber, so go ahead and do this, everyone, on your screen. So that strong visual. And noticing that Beth, I mean, a handful of words possibly in Beth's whole interaction with this amber, because the visuals are going to communicate more of what she's looking to get across to the other person. Cool. Thanks, Beth. Nice. And it also behooves you to have some tools around, especially in this environment where you're not sure what's going to crop up. So having a little bit of something in some places, or some cargo shorts, or ladies have purses, I guess.
And interestingly enough, I'm also wondering about the choice of this particular caregiver, myself at this moment. What time did I choose to introduce hand sanitizer? Was Teepa engaging anything that was particularly risky when she was eating? At some point, is Teepa going to put down that food and be done with it? At that point, when she's already made her own transition, are there better times when I could actually be introducing something that might feel a little bit risky in case that happens? I know a lot of us are not going to be able to pull back and not grab her hand from going in her mouth.
Yeah, good point, Beth, that she's already engaged in the activity just by putting on hand sanitizer. If something was going to go in there, she's already introduced it. So that's a nice point, that getting it either before and or after is probably
a quick
smart.
Pause to assess, do I need to step in now? May it be easier when she's actually done and has both hands free and can get this thing that I'm trying to communicate a little differently? Yeah, cool. So everyone take a deep breath. Ready? And Teepa's going to make a shift, so we'll see how we shift to Teepa being more of a Ruby in this moment.
Oh, hey, Teepa. I'm going to go back here. Hey, Teepa. Ooh, yeah, that's good. Mmm. Ba, 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 ba,
Ba 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 baran. Ba 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 baran.
Oh, yeah.
Take my hand.
Take my hand.
Barbara Ann.
Yeah.
You got me rocking
Rocking
and
rolling, rocking and reeling.
Barbara Ann. Ba, ba.
Nice job. I mean, no one knew you guys were going to break out into a full-out show here on our roundtable discussion.
That's right. So just as a clarification.
I have
Oh,
warm Teepa.
Yeah.
It's warm.
Oh. Oh, yeah. That's nice. That's nice. Yeah.
Ba 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 ba.
Oh, shut up.
Ba, ba, ba.
The,
Good try.
and I wanted to let folks know also that if you're concerned about, especially when you're working with people with later state, gem state, getting someone to water, and if they're having a problem with the sensory aspects of running water, they do sell online. You can look up no rinse soap and shampoo, so you can just use them on contact. So like what Debbie had, you could just, or even what Amanda had, and it functions as a soap. And something else I think we all agree is important is that in these times of hyper awareness of sanitation and cleanliness, that we just make sure we take the time to just connect for something nice. So here I have some nice rose scented lotion, and maybe wear my gloves, and we can have maybe a nice song, a quiet song. Use that pressure in the palm of the hand, nice firm pressure.
So,
and then it also helps with when you use hand sanitizer and so much soap, our skin gets so dry. So just take that into consideration maybe as something.
So thinking about what we saw the folks here, because now we've got multiple people to try to help out Teepa. I mean, you guys are really jumping on her with this Ruby State thing. What happened to Amber State, guys? So Ruby State, we had multiple different ways to approach this thing. What are some consistencies that you guys are noticing with someone's in a Ruby State? What can I do to be helpful?
I think the thing you brought up, Alejandro, that Matthew used early on, even in a diamond state, that helped lengthen out for 20 full seconds at least, and then helped me connect with Teepa is that music piece, because we know right temporal lobe, most dementias, music remains almost all the way through. So that's something that is really important.
So go to
But
take
it
your
may
right.
not always work, so you may try something else.
So you could have it as a plan and then have to shift in the plan, right, Debbie? So go ahead, guys, take your right hand and put it up to your right temporal lobe, because that really strong rhythm gets retained. I know some folks are turning around because it may not be looking like right hand. Hope it's your right hand to your right temple. So thinking about, can I use some of that retained rhythm with a purposeful song that gets me, take my hand. So there's actual purpose and meaning here. Also uplifting, and Catherine's bringing up the opposing view, which is it a calm moment? Can I bring in the song that's calm? Can I bring in actual touch when appropriate? That's still productive for both of us, and a little bit of self-care even. Yeah. Debbie had a different approach. You may not have seen it, but Debbie had a little bit of, was it hand sanitizer or something else, Debbie, on the warm rag?
It was liquid soap, but it was a warm rag, and I would use nice deep pressure.
Yeah, so that
slow motion.
Pressure and slow motion with a different tool in this case. And in that case, Teepa didn't want the song. So that's all good because she took the cloth. I mean, we got
Because I was into the sensory experience, the tactile experience, and I didn't need another experience.
Yeah.
And sometimes we want to give too much, and I don't want that much. Whereas with Manda, I was really into the movement and the rhythm of the movement. And so I was tolerating the hand thing because I wanted the other parts.
Yeah. So Teepa, the one gem state we haven't covered besides Sapphire, because hopefully we're Sapphire working with some folks and make some changes. How about for pearls, Teepa? Any recommendations for who's making the changes with pearls or for pearls?
That would be the Sapphires. Because when someone's in a pearl state, classically, they're not using their hands except right around here. So we need to be tuned in because we're the greatest risk for the world around them getting close to them, because we do have to enter their intimate space to give care, and not just our hands. All of us is there. So that's those moments when we need to realize we're the greatest risk factor. not them.
Yeah. So what we gave you hopefully was some options depending on the person you're working with, and hopefully something to go back to and try, with this idea that we're looking to keep ourselves safe and other people's as safe as possible in this moment of change. So thank you guys for joining, and we'll hope to answer some more questions on another one.
Hey folks, thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe to help us spread Teepa's positive approach message around the world. And don't forget to click the bell to get notified when new videos are posted.